Oh my gosh. Elias Pettersson, man. It is becoming so difficult to believe in this guy or defend this guy any longer. And a lot of this was sparked up by Ian McIntyre's brilliant article from earlier this morning, which will be linked in the description. We're going to leave a few links in the description here, folks. But Ian McIntyre published this piece earlier this morning about how things are going from bad to worse for Canucks Elias Pettersson. What is this? This looks like a gosh darn Lego Rocks 99 video title. But no, it's a Sportsnet article title, which goes out there and indicates where things have gone with the conversations on this player. This show is brought to you by ExpressVPN. Go out there and check out the first link in the description to save some money on your VPN, get some free months, and support this YouTube channel. Also linked in the description, we're going to have this article from Sportsnet.ca. We're going to have a YouTube video to Donnie and Dolly. We're going to have a Reddit thread. We're going to have a bunch because there's so much to go over. Let's talk about Elias Pettersson's commentary after his game against the Utah Hockey Club. This article talks about the game. Oh, they lost 2-1 Utah. They got outshot 32-15. One night after a third period surge in Las Vegas was not enough to prevent a 3-1 loss to Vegas. Pettersson, who was among the NHL scoring leaders around this time last season before signing the richest contract in Canucks history, has 2 assists in 6 games in February. He hasn't scored a goal in 11 games. He also went pointless in 3 games for Sweden while battling illness and an undisclosed knock at the Best on Best tournament. Pettersson made a nice pass to set up Jake DeBrusk at the top of the crease on the power play for the Canucks' only goal on Sunday. But with a chance to tie the game on a breakaway halfway through the third, Pettersson shot high. He failed to register a shot on goal, missing the net twice while having a pair of shots blocked. In the 6 Canucks games since the Miller trade, Pettersson has managed to direct just 4 pucks on goal. The guy has 4 shots in 6 games ever since Miller got traded. You can hear the voice change as my hands go up to my forehead to show my disbelief. Rick Tocchet said this Sunday night. We've talked about he has to move his feet, and he can't double clutch with the puck. I think he's waiting for something. I don't know if it's just a lack of confidence in his shot, but as soon as he has room, he's got to take it and he's just got to blast it. I'd rather him just rip a puck right now. He's not moving his feet. I thought today, some shifts, he was moving his feet, and it looked like we had some glimpses, but 6 on 5 there at the end, it's the same thing. Waiting. If he just takes 3 or 4 strides, I don't know if it's a mental block right now, all year, but he's got to move his feet. And Rick Tocchet is absolutely correct here. I know a lot of folks would go out there and say, oh, it's Tocchet's system that's really prohibiting the Canucks from producing offensively. Yes, I will agree. I think Tocchet's system does not work with the way this Vancouver Canucks team is assembled. I don't think that a lot of the strategies have been implemented properly, but at the same time, Pettersson still sucks, dude. Like, those 2 things cannot be mutually taken away from each other. They're still there together. Oh, it's a confidence issue. Oh, it's Rick Tocchet and his system bringing down Pettersson's confidence. I'm starting to get to the point where I'm feeling a lot more on the pessimistic side now, too. And I think more Canucks fans are switching sides to the dark side. Like, oh, look at the language we're using here now, eh? We're talking about this as if it's a gosh darn Star Wars good versus evil battle. But this seems like the narrative. And especially with this comment here afterwards, Rick Tocchet, totally correct in the way Pettersson is not doing anything. When we asked Pettersson whether confidence is a factor when struggling to score, the alternate captain said, it's more annoying dealing with the media. Well, there's only 7 years left on that contract. And this is like the most disrespectful thing that Elias Pettersson could go out there and say at this point of this part of his season in 2024-2025. He is playing some of the worst hockey of his career. He has signed the most expensive contract in Canucks history. He has a disappointing game where he's not moving his feet, and they ask him, hey, is confidence a factor when you're struggling to score? And he's like, nah, it's more annoying dealing with you guys. And I wanted to leave a link as well in the description to this Donnie and Dolly video. This is the EP40 Struggles post-game comment video from earlier 2 hours ago. It's got 2K views. A lot of people are going out there and agreeing with the takes here because Donnie and Dolly essentially rip into Elias Pettersson for these comments. Oh, it's more annoying dealing with the media, eh? Imagine back in the olden days, before the COVID shutdown of the locker rooms and the Canucks would send out individual players for media. Back in the days where a locker room scrum was a real scrum, where Tony Gallagher and Jason Botchford would go out there and just walk up to players, talk to them, get their answers. That was a harsh media environment for the Vancouver Canucks. Nowadays, the players kind of got it easy. Let's go out there and read some of the subreddit comments over here. This was posted onto our Canucks. It's the same Pettersson comment. It's more annoying to deal with the media. Every day, it gets a little more difficult to feel sympathy for this guy. Why? You'd rather he complained or made excuses for his play? What don't people get about him not being 100% or having a bad offseason because of tendonitis? That's a pretty valid reason for diminished production. These are the best athletes in the world, and the offseason is when pro athletes are training their behinds off, trying to gain a competitive edge. If you miss offseason training, you're playing catch-up all year, yada yada yada, are you just going to continue to complain all season about something that's out of his control? That got annoying pretty quick. This reply has -2 points. The next one, he is literally complaining about the media in this very post. He wanted the big contract and was outspoken about wanting to win, and he hasn't come close to living up to it. Of course the media is going to be on it. If he is injured to the point of it affecting his training or his game this much, he shouldn't be playing. If you can't understand why people are justifiably unhappy with Pettersson, I don't know what else to say to you. And that's the thing here too. Donnie and Dolly spoke about this. There is no way Elias Pettersson is hurt if he keeps on getting the games. He keeps on getting the minutes. If they have him out as a game time decision yesterday or 2 days ago, and then they're like, okay, no, he's playing. He's playing against Vegas, and then he plays the next game against Utah. If he is hurt, if the Canucks staff deem that he's not able to play, they wouldn't have played him 2 games in a row. Oh, he's got an injury from the Four Nations. Okay, give him some time off. Just kidding. He plays against Vegas on Saturday. He plays against Utah on Sunday. He looks bad. And he doesn't produce. Okay, maybe he doesn't look terrible. He looked fine in the Utah game, but still, it's not enough from what we need to see out of this guy. Let's go out there and read some tweets to end off this video. Dan Riccio tweeted this out. When JT Miller was traded, Pettersson said he wanted the added pressure. 24 days later, he says it's more annoying dealing with the media. Ooh, it's the media. It's annoying dealing with you guys. I'm not going to go out there and answer the question honestly. I'm going to give a half-ass, snarky response to Ian McIntyre, who is generally regarded as one of the more, let's just say, diplomatic and kinder reporters on this Canucks team. He isn't going to go out there and rip into the players or the management in a one-on-one interview. And Pettersson decides, I'm going to give a snarky answer to him, to Ian McIntyre. Another reply goes out here and says, one shot type with Pettersson that drops significantly is the one-timer. He is not taking nearly as many, and he's hitting the net on a lower percentage of them compared to the past. In 22-23, Pettersson had 80 games, 136 one-timer attempts. 58 of them were on goal. 24-25, he's got 30. I mean, talk about the 30 fewer games, yeah, but like, what the hell? The guy's not shooting. Is this tendonitis? Is this the injuries? What is it? Wyatt Arndt, the stanchion, said that Elias Pettersson disliking the media is all good. I barely like myself most days, but he has a letter. So he needs to deal with this media stuff better. It's part of the role. Being cheeky is fine, but you can't act openly hostile and withdrawn all season and then expect this to land. Another comment here, Ryan Henderson says, the reality is it's never been easier being a Canuck in terms of dealing with the media. The size is 1/3 of what it was for the 2011 core, and most people don't travel. Spare me the annoyance of answering questions for 5 minutes twice a week about how bad you've played for a year. This is exactly it. The scrums of the olden days, 15 years ago, a lot more difficult to handle than the media now, when Ian McIntyre sits Pettersson down for a one-on-one interview, not in front of a bunch of microphones and a camera. Like, really? Really? That's the most disrespectful thing that he could have gone out there and said at this point. And now, I mean, we're looking at some of the replies. JT Miller was ahead of the curve on this kid. This is so very clearly a confidence issue. It started when they pressured him to sign the contract everybody moans about. Pettersson needs to go. Pettersson is a loser. Hockey is a tough game. Tocchet doesn't re-sign at the end of the season. This is 100% on Jim and Patrick. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about Elias Pettersson and this gosh darn response after the game yesterday in Utah. How do you feel about the way he responded? Are you getting all upset about this in the way that I am? Because look, I'm haphazardly doing it for entertainment value, but at the same time, a lot of this does reflect how I feel about the guy. Come on, Petey. Come the freak on. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Go out there and read the Sportsnet article, watch the Donnie and Dolly video, go out there on Reddit and talk about this stuff. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.